You know, it still amazes me that they put plastic pads on these shift forks. Like, this is the latest and greatest Tremec transmission you can buy right now, and they're still putting these plastic pads on here. All I can tell you is these plastic pads break all the time, and I think the aftermarket's got it right with the bronze pads. I really do. You have your transmission apart, take a look at those pads. If you got shifting issues, take a look at those pads. You may want to consider getting the bronze pads on there. Gonna get these guys installed, and this thing's ready for the races. Now, I will say they got these pretty dialed for the Magnums and the 6060s, these bronze pads. When you get to the early T5s and the factory T56s, you kind of got to blueprint these. You might have to sand them a little bit to fine tune the fitment. There have been T56s where somebody installed these pads and the slider will not spin, because if you think about it, these go on the outer sliders on the synchro assemblies, and that's going to be spinning if the transmission is spinning. And if these fit too tight on those sliders, it's going to cause the whole transmission to bind up, and you're not going to know why. And if you go ahead and leave it like that, these are going to break off very shortly after running it. So always make sure that when you install your fork on your slider with these pads, that it spins smoothly and there's space, enough space for these to sit inside the outer sleeve slider synchro assembly. Just double check what you're doing, guys. If you're doing this first time, second time, whatever, you know, if something's not spinning or binding, then there's usually an issue. So I just found something else wrong while I was cleaning up this assembly. This is a common upgrade with the bronze pads. So this pad is not in all the way, and it's causing this to bind up. This is like really tight on here. It won't even barely spin right there. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but this one isn't on all the way. You see how there is no gap between the fork and the pad, and on this one we got a slight gap there. So this pad is not in all the way, and it's causing this to bind up. They should be flush and touching the fork. So I'm gonna do that right now. Shouldn't take much unless this is not centered correctly. I don't like using these pliers, but there we go. And let's see how this thing fits on here now. Look at that. Spins way better. There's still a little bit of bind to it. It comes off easier. So that's a start. I'm gonna fine tune this, get it better. Now check it out. That's what you want. This should spin on the fork. Just something you always want to check, because that's just the way parts are. But for the most part, these fit almost perfect every time with the 6060s and the Magnums. All right, so I think I jinxed myself on this one, guys. I was just doing the reverse in the 5th, 6th forks, and this is fitting tight. So this is a good example of what I'm talking about. You can't just throw these things on and assume that they're gonna fit out the box. Now, this barely fits on here. Like, the slider does not spin at all. And this, if the transmission's spinning, this whole hub is spinning. So you need to make sure that these fit right. And if you see this pad, you can kind of see it's like a V. It's kind of pushed out a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go file down the edges of these pads. These are not a bolt up one and done thing. Maybe for the 1, 2, the 3, 4 forks, they fit very well. But with these cast iron forks, they definitely a bit of a different fitment. And this is what it should do when the hub is on the fork. Okay, this thing spins smooth, comes off and on easily, no problems there. That's what your bronze forks should be like. You want to make sure you line up this middle slot with the slot on the fork. And what I like to do is kind of eyeball it. I'll line it up before I stick it on there, because the last thing you want to do is get pliers and force it on here and then you screw up. the alignment spot on it. Just pop right on. Now in some cases, you're gonna need to use some pliers and a little bit more force than your fingers. So what I like to do is just get some aluminum stock. I'm holding it with my thumb here, and I can put the pliers to protect the bronze pad and squeeze it down until it goes on. That way you don't damage anything and don't make any extra work for yourself. That's it. All right, this is how I file these down, guys. I get a file, I put it in my vise, and I kind of just keep light pressure on the fork because that way I get this as flat as possible. You don't want to be filing this at an angle. And I've gotten this really far. It's almost ready to go. Very nice. It's got like the slightest bind right there. So I'm just gonna go a couple more. Just gonna file this a little more and try to get rid of that bind, but should be good to go. All right, this thing is feeling perfect. There's no movement between the fork and the slider, left, right, up, and down. This thing is nice and tight, but at the same time, it's free to spin. So as you guys can see, there's a little bit that goes to rebuilding a transmission other than just buying a rebuild kit and throwing the parts on. You know, these parts need to be fit to your transmission, to your specific parts, and this stuff takes time. It's like I said, it's not about just pulling stuff out the box and throwing it in. There's a little bit more to it than that. And if you watch some of my other videos, you'll see that that's true. At least if you want a, you know, solid rebuilt transmission, you want something that's actually going to last and something that's done right. Anybody can just throw parts in a transmission, but kind of understanding how they work and making them fit how they should takes a little bit extra time. All right, I just finished up the Fist 6 fork. You can see the finish on there. All right, I'm gonna flip this guy back vertical and I can assemble the back half of this transmission. Synchronizer assembly are what used to be 6-gear synchro. The all-centered bronze ring is now the reverse synchro. Got our speed needle and reverse gear coming down. All right, one last look before I put that tail housing on. Nice bronze pads in there, nice and clean. Looking good. All right, these get 30 to 40. Go 35. And I get to do this all over again. I got another TR6060 all apart, but being busy is a good problem to have. See you guys on the next one.